So on the Bitcoin thing, because I do want to ask you about that. He said if he were king for a day, he'd stop the mining of it because of the environmental issues. But another person who's been thinking a lot about the environmental issues of Bitcoin's Elon Musk.
Right.
Now, Bitcoin, you see what it's doing this morning? It's up a lot. Why? Because he said Tesla may start accepting it again if the environmental issues are taken care of. And you see Bitcoin this morning, Jim, there it is. It's up 7%. I think it was up even more than that.
Well, we have to do something about that. And we have to do something about the idea that this is a currency when one person can tweet and just have it go stratospheric or at least up a lot. I know, again, to revert to Paul Tudor Jones, he talked about the idea of raising margin rates for meat. I think that if you had pushed him, and Andrew did, I mean, you can only devote some amount of time to Paul Tudor Jones. I think you would have said, yeah, the margin rate should go up for crypto.
Let's do this. Since you mentioned it, let's listen to what Paul Tudor Jones said about that very topic.
If I was Fed chair, I would have raised margin requirements 2 years ago. I would have said, okay, we're going to experiment with a unproven, untried, negative real rate economic program. Is going to encourage a lot of leverage. I'm going to raise margin requirements because I want to signal you need to be prudent. We want you, yes, we want asset prices to rise. We want you to take risk. We want to extend duration, but you need to be prudent in how you use your leverage and what you invest in.
Okay. Now, I'm sure the Reddit crowd is listening to what he said and said, okay, boomer, whatever.
Oh, yes,
whatever.
Boomer.
But what do you make of PTJ's thought there?
He's right. I mean, look, here's what's happened. If you go back to what happened with the Great Recession, if Greenspan had just said, listen, mortgage rates are, we're going to take these up, but more important, I want banks to have far more equity you have to put down before you can get a house. Then we wouldn't have had the Great Recession. We just wouldn't have had it. I mean, it just wouldn't have occurred. It's the central banker was just dead wrong. I think that, yes, margin rates should be really high because this stuff has to stop. These people are just trading willy-nilly. I mean, do they hate? Look, they already hate me. I'm in a top 10 hatred list on Twitter. Well, you know what?
I thought it was
Bring
a
it on.
thing.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Change my life because these people hate me?
Well, it's part of the reason, I think, why he said that things right now were crazy.
Right. That's how I'm used to describe it.
Part of the overall phenomenon about what he's been witnessing with the way that some of these so-called meme stocks have traded and the overall environment that we seem to be in.
I've been wrecking Corsair. I've been saying, like Wendy's, that it should be higher. I did not expect it to be up, 30% on. I read what they said, Wall Street Bets. It was incoherent gibberish, okay? No, that guy should wear a suit so he can figure things out. That guy should become a boomer so that he can figure things out. Because he was dumb as a bag of hammers.